Hey, everybody. Listen, welcome into the building. Come in the building for a quick express ride, okay? Trending topics. That's right, Fez. Choo choo. Get your ticket all aboard. We about to do this trending topics. And when I say express train, I mean express train. Even if we got to cut you off mid-sentence. 60 minutes and we got to go. It's a wrap. It's over. I'm going to board this train and I hope all of y'all, I hope we didn't get any people sneaking on the train. No sneaking on the train, okay? You got to get your ticket. And your ticket is that like button. That's right. Come on now. I ain't mad at you. Show me that ticket. Hey, Irene. Thanks for showing me your ticket, okay? 30 minutes tops, okay? Yes, it's a short train ride. 60 minutes and the train is pulling into the last stop. We open them doors. Y'all got to get out and go, okay? Show me your ticket. Hit that like button, all right? And thanks for being here. Oh, I see everybody got their ticket. I love it. 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 So listen, guys, I got to bring the co-conductor up in the building. The one that helps me keep the train on the tracks, because you know some of y'all be wilding out. The one that every now and then helps me call security. And sometimes single-handedly, we go pick the person up and throw them off the train ourselves, okay? So choo-choo. Hello. Hey, Maria.
Hey, Diva, Auntie, choo-choo. Listen, security has already let me know that in an hour they will shut it down completely. So,
the train station is closing.
Your email has gone out to everyone on staff. Everyone is aware. We all know. So shut down in an hour.
Shut down in an hour. Okay, let's board our next passenger here. You know, it's just a passenger we see every now and then. Hey, Sebastian.
Hey Diva, hey Royer, how are you guys?
Are you gonna behave, Sebastian?
Hey,
I always behave, but I feel like the last video I did not behave in the last
video. You did not. You did not. You did not. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You misbehaved. You almost got kicked off the train, but you misbehaved. But we still love you. We still love you. You here? You here?
We in the year of grace, 2023. We giving grace.
Royer, we didn't know this, but I guess the food cart is open tonight.
Uh-oh. We having drinks. Okay.
Ooh, we having drinks. Hey, Chef Kev.
Hey, what's going on?
You in the building? Did you read?
Yes, it's Wet Wednesday, so you know we got the drinks going.
Oh, we got the drinks going on. That's what I'm talking about. We got these late passengers. Y'all got to get in line early. Read the train going. Okay. Hey, Emmanuel.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on? You ready, guys? We about to pull this train out the building, okay? And listen, the first up on the topic, the first top is Cher. Okay, do y'all know Cher? She's 76 years young. She's dating a PYT, a pretty young thing, okay? He's 37 years old. All right, she's dating.
Oh my God, she could be his grandmother.
That part. His grandmother, his mama, his TT, his auntie, okay? So, you know, she's dating this PYT. And he got her all up in a tizzy. Okay? See, let's X that out here. You see him there? Singer Cher, 76, and boyfriend Alexander A.E. Edwards, 36, are engaged despite friends expressing concern. All right, they're concerned, and I'm concerned too. Look at him. He's an opportunist. Okay, look at him. He all young. He know he don't want Cher.
But he's like, what's shopping at Toys R Us?
That part. You know what? He know this. This is a money grab for him. He was just with Amber Rose, and he left her all distraught because now she hate men. It's like, I hate men. I hate sex. She's pissed off, Amber Rose. And now he done slid over to Cher, so he's just destroying lives. Now he's over here with Cher and have Cher all up in the tizzy. Cher hasn't been with anybody this young and this vibrant in decades. Forget about years, decades. Okay?
Half a century.
Half a century. Oh, God. See, Sebastian, you said you're gonna behave. Okay. you said you was gonna behave, Sebastian. Okay. So she with him. She's Alexander A.E. Edwards. 76. He's 37. I think he turned 37. Okay. They want to get married. She just met him in November. He already gave her a $250,000 engagement ring. Now you know he ain't buy that ring.
That she paid for, allegedly.
Paid for. They gonna say he bought it. He bought the ring out of his own money. Stop. No, he didn't. It's a lie. And he inside said the two planned to elope in a small ceremony. He don't want his friends and family to see him doing this scam. And they probably like, we don't want to come to that because we know you bamboozling her.
They supporting the scam. Shame on
oh
them.
Shoot, they supporting the come up. You ain't lying. The wedding will be cheap as they plan to elope. After they're married, I could see them throwing a big expensive Hollywood party, but the wedding itself will be simple, the source said. Okay, she just loves him. All in her feelings. Look at Cher. She look good though for 76. Look at her. Looking good. Yeah. Now listen though, the problem is that the kids are not happy. Okay? Kids are happy about this. Cher kids.
She got one kid.
She got two kids.
When the second one come?
Well, I don't know. Look, she got two kids though, and both of them are boys. Well, you know, one transition, but and they not happy about this. I guess that's the $250,000 ring.
That is beautiful.
Ain't it beautiful?
Out my price range.
True. So that's sharing her story. The kids are pissed because sources are saying also that, you know, she plans on removing, because the kids are pissed at her. She plans on removing them off of the will, sticking his name on there, and letting him get all the money. Now, I don't care how mad you are at your kids, you don't be taking the funds from them and giving it to no perfect stranger. Now, Roy, I'll start out with you. What do you think about Cher? What do you think about this story?
We need to go on and call in the same people that we called when Wendy had her situation going on. We need to call them same people, because obviously this man is trying to dwindle and swindle Miss Cher out of her finances. So we need the financial administrator to come on in. And we need you to administrate the finances and make sure that everything is flowing right. Make sure that ain't no money coming up missing. Because I imagine when you worth $300 million or so, I mean, you can take a little quick 100,000 here and there every now and then and not notice that it's gone. So we need some conservatorship. That's what it was, conservatorship, to come in and manage the finances. Because obviously Cher has lost her mind. She done got lost in I mean, this thing got to be made of solid gold, whatever he is
giving. He knocking it down.
Thing on earth. I mean, it's got to be everything. To this young man, shame on you. Shame on you to come in and break up an entire family before you was even born and thought of. Here you are, taking over. Shame on him. And then it's the fact. Now, I've read also that they were going to invite her best friend and Tyga to the wedding. Tyga, the rapper. Did you hear about that?
I did hear about that.
So it's confusing me because is everybody just mixing up in the same mixing bowl? Now, ain't Tyga, his baby mama is Amber Rose, which is who AE used to date, right? And now...
No, does Amber Rose have a baby by Tyga?
She has a son by Tyga.
Hold on, who is that?
Oh, I thought it was Black China has a son by Tyga.
Oh, is it Black China?
It's Black China. It's Black China. Yeah, okay. Don't be putting him the daddy.
No, her son, get a man another baby and everything.
No, her kid is by, what's that other rapper name? I forgot. Wiz Khalifa.
Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah,
no,
right.
No, you good.
But still, the foolishness of it all. The
foolery. The foolery.
Sir, you are 30-something years old. This woman is 78, 70, whatever. What in God's green earth could you have in common with this lady?
Nothing.
Other than a sexual experience.
Nothing. And you know what though? You all they have in common is She has money and he wants some money. That's it. And the poor thing is not even aware. It's just sad. It's just
We
sad.
need the conservatorship to come in. We need a judge to order that nothing can be changed without a family review of those who were there originally. He is somebody new coming in on the block. We don't know this man. And in the words of Kiki, if I seen him walking down the street, I wouldn't know who to tell you that man is.
That part. Sebastian, what do you think about Cher?
Well, listen, considering her age, we know she's closer to the end of life than she is at the beginning, and he's at the peak of life. So I say, don't make changes to your wheelchair. Enjoy the time that you have left on this earth, so you can be reunited with Sunny later on.
That part. And don't you think no matter how she feels about her kids, some money needs to go to these kids?
Of course. Money always needs to go to kids. You don't give your bag that you worked hard for with Sunny to an outsider who's not an heir of Sunny or your ex-husband Greg Allman either. Like, what the hell is
complete
this?
stranger?
Complete stranger.
She could be his grandmother, but grandmas take care of their grandkids, so maybe that's what she's doing.
Sebastian, I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you. Emmanuel, what are your thoughts?
Well, first I was like initially like for a year I was like shame on him because I'll give it to Cher. She looked good for her age, but he don't want Cher. He want that money. But then after hearing the story you were saying, shame on Cher for jeopardizing her money for this new guy. Like, what is wrong with her? Has she lost her mind? Really?
But you know what? She is love struck. The point she's at in her life right now, you know what? She wants to be with somebody. She doesn't want to be alone. And she's 76. Do you know what I'm saying? She's 76. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? This man is paying attention to me. We're going to have some fun together. And she let the fun go too far.
Half a century, diva.
Well, you know what? It's very interesting because I saw a video, like this is from a long time ago, like when she was younger, right? And she was like doing an interview saying, "Oh, I don't need a man. Men are like dessert." So it's interesting that now she has this different experience.
Isn't it? Because when you lay down next to somebody, sometimes things change. Chef Cab, what do you think? This is Cher. She's 76. This is the man. I want to say he turned 37 with his pink hair. He's going to rob her out of her fortune. What are your thoughts?
Oh wow. Well, she's not. Well, the movie was Moonstruck. We said Love Struck. He must be knocking the bottom out of that. Because her advisors and no one warned her. Like, you got people in place. You don't have 300 million and not have people in place. So, God. I mean, the fact of him, I wouldn't even suggest you kick your kids out the wheel. So, first of all, that shows how lack of a man he is. You know what I mean? If he wanted to prove his love, he would just say, look, don't just put me to the side, or you got 300 mil, give me 520 and get the rest of the kids or whatever. But but at the same time, like my man said, she must be in dementia, or she got Alzheimer's, because she forgot that she's 36, and he's 36 and she's 70, 73, 76.
She's 76. But you know what though, Chef Cap, there's a lot of men. There's a lot of older men that get with younger females and nobody says anything.
It's different though. It's different though.
But you're right. And that's another thing I wanted to bring up, because Hugh Hefner been playing with young girls for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so before he passed away, but you definitely right about that. You do have people do dating, but it's still, my whole deal is not even a relationship. It's the fact that she wants to kick her kids out the well and give him everything, and he's okay to accept that. That's my biggest You know, if they want to love each other and be on, we would just see the young girl with the 80-year-old man. Hey,
Right,
God bless him.
right.
But the fact that you want to take, and he's allowing you to do that. That's what is kind of mind boggling to me. He's allowing you. He's literally allowing you to take your money and take it away from the kids. And that's just not something that if he was in your corner that he should be doing. You know what I mean? And
I agree
so
with you.
yeah, so
Right.
that's the issue I
He
have
should
with
say,
that. But
and he should be trying to say to her, let's connect with your children. Let's, see, like, let them see how I really do love you and I'm not trying to use you. But he has no interest. He doesn't care. Okay, because he wants that money. He wants that dollar bill. Hey, Sin, nice to see you. What do you think about Cher and her boy toy?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
mm,
Did you say Siri or Sin?
No, I said, no, I don't know. Okay, so I don't know who that was. But let me kick this person out. The studio. Hold on one second. That wasn't the Sin I know. All right, so let's go. Misbehaving, what do you think about Cher and her boy toy?
Good evening, everyone. This is what I think. Let AE get his reparations.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
Love her long, love her gently, and let her die in peace. It's her money. If she wants to leave it to him, so be it.
oh.
But nothing wrong with we got to get our reparations one way or the other. If we got to love him and marry him, we need that money.
But Cher is not a descendant of a slave owner, though. Cher's family
AE
are
is.
immigrants. Cher,
AE is. Look, hey, I'm talking. I'm not talking about Cher getting no money. Let her leave it to AE.
oh,
Let that young black man get that money. I'm all for it. Black folks, get your money any way you can. Marry
oh,
him.
oh.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No, ma'am! No, ma'am! No, hold on! No, because now let's put the shoe on the other foot. Now, what if this was your mom, who is a quadrillionaire, and then
Mm-hmm.
some white man come tricksing in to take up all your money? Then what?
Well, knowing that my mother is black, it won't happen. She's not about to part with that money. But let's say if she was, I would make sure I was in the best place possible before that man came along and take care of myself and have my own financial resources set up. That's their money. That's my mother's money. If she can do whatever she wants to, I'm not laying down with my mother. I would rather my mother be happy, live a long life, and if she wants to leave the money to the man, she can. But you best believe before that man gets in the picture, I'm doing everything I need to do as a respectful and loyal daughter to make sure either I have my own money or my mother has at least left me something in the will.
Oof.
I would never be comfortable with my parents working all their life for somebody else to come in and snatch it up. I would never be comfortable with that.
Especially Sonny's son. Especially Sonny's son.
Yeah, and that's like a lifetime of work.
Oh
Yeah, I
no.
yeah,
would.
it's a lifetime. It's her catalog of work. She built that money up from scratch. And listen, I'm for my mother being happy, but what you're not going to be happy at the end of your days with some fool that's just going to try to use you for your money. Okay. He's running these streets, bouncing from female to female.
Amen.
And now he's going to come to you. And in less than 6 months, he's ready to marry you in this quickie wedding.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
We're not doing that. That's not what I'm going to do.
Oof.
Well, you
It's
shouldn't
not going
fight.
to run my mother's cash.
Well, you guys shouldn't fight your parents on what they want to do.
Oh,
Just stand by their side because when you fight it and you try to resist it, you're gonna push them away. It's just like a parent telling their child, their son or daughter, okay, that person's not good for you. When they're in love, they're gonna latch on to them closely. So do whatever you need to do. But at the end of the day, it's their money. It's her catalog. It's Sonny's catalog. He is part of Cher's. We are not as children. We are not entitled to our parents' money. My father.
oh,
No. It's not harsh. My father would try to use a financial manipulation. with his money, you know, to play mind games with all of us. And I'm the eldest of everyone. So he reached out to me because I've always been independent because I'm the only child by another woman, although I'm the oldest. He never married my mother, but he married his wife and had several children with her. So he tried to blackmail me and tell me he's leaving everything to me because I'm the oldest. I'll be fair and this, that, and the other. But certain things he wanted me to do. And I told my father, I didn't think of it at the time, but I told him, well, you can't miss what you never had. It's not my money, it's your money. You do whatever you want to do with it. But he got hurt by that statement. And my husband had to tell me, he probably took it as, you know, stating that my father wasn't in my life. I said, no, that's not how I meant it. I believe because I'm a nurse, I've worked with people, I've seen them, the children aren't involved in their life, but they have their hands out and they think they're supposed to get the money. They're supposed to have it. No, your parent, they worked hard for that. And where whoever they want to leave that money to, they leave it to it. You should not have no right or expect to receive anything just because they're your parent. If you develop a close enough relationship with your parent and have mutual respect, your parent is going to go and break their neck to leave you whatever they need to leave you. But if you have a strained relationship and you're not in their life, yes, it'll be easy for someone to come along and love them and, you know, cherish, shower them with attention and affection. So I hear what everyone is saying. It should
Mhm.
go to the children because it's her children, but they shouldn't expect to be entitled to get it just because it's your mother. Something happened to make her want to leave it to him. And how do y'all know Cher's not running game? Cher is not your average little non-black woman. She got a lot of game. She might be using him. She probably know he for the streets. He trying to get how y'all know Cher and don't have him signing a prenup or something? Just
Diva,
because
you
he's
see how she
upset.
tried to convince us? She tried to
I'm
convince
not
us.
convinced. I'm not convinced. The train is not shaking. I'm not even convinced. But there are some people that are down with you. Paulette says she doesn't have to give her money to her kids. She
Mm.
can take it with her, or she can spend it how she likes. I think Young Thing is what's that, fleecing her? But her money is her choice. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna beat you down with your point, but let me tell you something. She was my mama, and this Alexander A.E. Edwards came into
Uh,
her life, and she was about to take me out of the will and put him in the will and have him get everything. What I would do is I would play game on him. I would play like, yeah, I like him. I'm for this wedding, whatever. But I ain't getting cut out of mama's will. Who are you? You
exactly. But you
random.
have to do it with honey. Yes, exactly, Diva. You have to do it with honey and not with vinegar. You keep an
That
eye on
you
him
do.
and keep an eye on mama money. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that random is not getting mama's money. I be darned if that happens. Sin, you're in the building. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I don't know where Siri came from. That was weird.
Oh, okay, because I was like, what is going on? I thought somebody stole your picture and was running the bill. I was like, oh, this person got to go. But Sin, what are your thoughts? What about Cher?
I think it's Cher's money. I think Cher should do what she want to do with her
Oh,
money. If her kids haven't gotten theirs by now, that's on them. And this happens every day in life. It's just that we know Cher and we don't know these other women that go through it or men that go through it. Give me a break. And if he knocking the in out of her box or doing whatever he doing to her cookie, that's making her happy enough to give her money. Let her do it. It's hers. It's
It's
probably her cookie that got her the money in the first
Her
place.
box, her money.
Okay.
Chef Kev, you want to go find you a rich woman, older woman, because they saying it's fair game. Go get your Chef Kev.
I knocked the dust off, and it's like, Mister, I'm just saying, is there money they get? I mean, it don't fit, but like I
You
said,
would,
it's her
Kev. You
money.
would.
No, I wouldn't. I've had opportunities. Trust me, I've had opportunities. But I'm just
All
saying,
right.
it's not. Here's my deal, and for me personally, it's like this. You know, when you're living in that situation, right?
Mm,
And you're in that situation, it's like something. It's not about the person. It's about something he said. Something Bill Cosby said a long time ago. He said, when you get somebody with money, you constantly have to keep spending to keep that person happy. And where does it stop? You know what I mean? It's a house, it's a car, it's a diamond, it's this, it's that. After a while, you know what I mean? That stuff stops making you happy. Because how many diamonds can you get? How many houses and cars? How many cars can you drive at one time? You only can drive one. You know what I mean? So when you see a situation where money is the end all be all, how happy can somebody be? You know what I'm saying? And so his only objective is he hopes because of her age that her mortality is is short and they only can be married for so many years. But my thing is, if you meet somebody and you truly care for somebody, and that is to happen, and she happens to have money, he happens to have money, God bless you, knock yourself out. But when you see something like this, especially when you see somebody jumping from celebrity to celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
The EL Bender, and that's if it's a man or a woman, black or white. What is your end all be all? Because you're going to constantly keep chasing it back. Because what happens when the next lady comes and she's worth $500 million or $1 billion? You see what I'm saying? They
Well,
could be okay.
I guess this is his job. This is his job to find
I
him
guess so.
a chick with some funds. And listen, he did this quick. He better write a book. They met in November. He proposed in December, and she fell for the okie doke. And they
Amber
claim
sent him.
he bought this ring out of his own pocket, $250,000. That's the lies. It's the candy.
but
The
but
lies,
but
the lies, the
but
lies.
how do we know? How do we know he didn't treat her right?
She said, "Can you connected to misbehaving? Y'all,
I'm just asking the question. I mean, that was averages. How we know he
The
didn't treat her
train.
right?
We gotta get the train. We gotta get the train
Because
back
if
on
he
track.
was treating her right, she wouldn't be taking her kids out of the family will.
Come on, Roy.
Dr. Heavenly told us at the beginning of the year, if somebody love you, ain't no confusion in love. This is confusion and messiness. Confusion and messiness do not equal love at all.
He didn't
So
put a gun to her head. He didn't put a gun to her head. She changed it on her own. And why do we
we
know
don't know
about this?
that.
Why do we know about this? This isn't even our business.
Well,
Okay.
AE is a very dirty young thing, according to his ex Amber. He cheated on her with 12 different chicks. He is not just slaying down Cher. Cher is blinded by everything that he's doing to her because I guess he does it well, and he's taking that money and using it on these other chicks. We're gonna move on
Community
from this
pain.
stop. Community pain.
Let's
We're
go to
gonna
next
move on
topic.
from this stop because we gotta agree to disagree. Hashtag the kids should get some of this money. Point blank,
All
period.
I'm gonna say is let a little pretty young fine thing try to come up and try to take my mama and my daddy money. Let me tell you, you got another thing coming. You better be
That
ready.
part. Be ready. Be ready, because it's gonna go down.
Oh, it's going down.
So
I
let's
don't
go
play
on
about my money.
that part. So let's go on to our next stop here, and we're gonna show you Wendy Williams. Okay, Wendy Williams is out on the town. Look at her looking good. Okay, she's happy. Do y'all see that face? Do y'all see that face? That is the
Yes.
face. That is the face of a woman that said, "Ha ha, I got the last laugh." That's to her ex, Kevin Hunter, who tried to break her, take every last dime that she had, put a baby in her face, and didn't want her to pay for him, the mistress, and the baby. And when he went to the court says, "No, not today. You will not get no more of this lady's money. So go somewhere, sit down, find yourself a job." But what we're not going to do is we're not going to continue to make her pay for your lifestyle. The gig is up. So that's the face of happiness. That's the face of I got the last laugh. That's the face of I won. That's right, paparazzi. Take my picture so that Serena, my ex Calvin Hunter, and I'm sorry, the little baby can see it.
Oh,
I got the purse strings, and y'all not getting no more of my money. Now, I know a lot of people, they always want to say, "Well, Diva, the woman takes men money all the time and y'all don't say anything." With this, we gotta judge every situation independently.
oh, oh,
And right
diva.
now, independently, Kevin Hunter, you lost. Come on. Somebody said McDonald's is hiring. Get a job. That's that part. Listen, she likes her little Daisy Duke shorts. We ain't judging, okay? Oh, come on, Juice Radio. You won't break my soul. Come on. That's what
No, that was gonna be the song I was gonna sing. You won't break my soul. You won't break her soul.
that's what that smile is about, okay? He tried to break her. Shame on you, Calvin Hunter. That smile right there said, you won't break my soul. I like that. Okay, we'll start with you, Sin. What do you think? Calvin Hunter, do you
But
think?
Wendy looked like she got her Beyonce tickets, honey. You cannot break her soul. Oh
That part.
no. Look at that. And she don't feel no cold. You know them legs are dead. God forgive me.
She did just listen. She
Ooh.
got on her whole. She coming out. You know, she doing the Wendy style. That's Wendy style. She got
That's
on her
right.
little
I
style,
love it.
and that I love
I
it too.
love it.
Right? Okay. All right, Chef Cab, Wendy
Serena
Williams.
and Journey gonna be cold.
They're gonna be soft.
Not Journey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not the
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
baby.
Hey, she might be grown by now. Things happen quick.
Oh
She
my
can get a
God.
job
Eating them
too.
pancakes her mama cooking.
She can get a job too. Go on and TikTok something. Do something, little girl.
hmm
Yeah.
Show off your mama vegan restaurant and all
Oh
her endeavors.
God. Listen. Sorry, Journey. Chef Cab,
Oh, Kevin needs a hip surgery, right?
he need hip surgery. He better get
Yeah, and
a
Serena's a therapist.
Better
Serena's a
get
therapist.
medicated.
yeah,
Hmm.
Medicaid something.
He don't
Okay.
need
Something.
Medicaid. Why does the American people got to pay for his hip? No, he don't need none of these
Uh-uh.
social services. He needs to go get himself to the local dispensary, get some medical marijuana, and that's it. He's done with it. That's done with it. It should not
No.
She said medical marijuana. Oh my
Well,
God.
he has
American
to be able to afford the medical marijuana,
American.
Sebastian. So he
Well,
got
he
to
gonna
go get
have
a
to.
job.
He was siphoning from this woman for years. He could have already. He, he needs just medical marijuana, and that's it. He's done too much. He's been too nasty. He's been too disrespectful. That's all he needs. That's it. He needs that and go into hospice care if that hip is not going to work out at all well. Go into hospice care or take the chair. Since you want Wendy to be on the chair, go take the chair yourself.
Yeah. You know what though, Irene? Irene said it's freezing north. But you know what, right now in the tri-state area, the weather is very bipolar. One
It
day it's
is.
70 degrees, the next day you're freezing, the next day you could go to the beach, and then the next day you need a shovel to like shovel the snow. Like the weather is bananas, okay? So
There's a
she
storm
probably
coming.
yeah. And there's a storm coming. And so she probably went out, she probably was out in them little shorty shorts one of the nicer days. I don't know, but you know, Wendy is Wendy. Okay. So Chef Cab, what are your thoughts? Kelvin Hunter, at the end of the day, he's getting no more money.
You know what? You don't prosper when you do evil like that. You know what I mean? You just don't. And so he needs to go out there, find him a job or another woman and get it with or he can do that too. But he should have never got it. We all know that. You know, and look, he got what he deserved, for as I'm concerned. It's one thing to fund another grown man than you funding his woman and his child. The
Yeah,
one that yeah, that's the hell they said there's a special place in hell for you.
that part.
That's how I look at that. What's her name? With Mary J. Blige said in that song, there's a special place in hell for you.
Mm.
So you know that's what happens, and you know rightfully so. So the fact that he should be ashamed of himself that he's looking for another woman to fund his lifestyle, you know, if it was just a relationship that didn't work out and she was the breadwinner, I understand, but all that mess and cheating on her and then having the baby out in the please. So I don't feel I give no f about him,
Oh,
and you know, hey, you reap what you sow.
You reap what you
Can I
sow.
get one of those drinks? I want one of them drinks. Chef Karen, I want a double. I agree. I agree. And he didn't cheat on her. She knew about it the whole time. It was that baby that cut the deal.
That
She
part.
cut the
That
deal
you are
with the
correct.
baby because she was good with that. She was good with him cheating. Well,
Yeah,
having another woman. But it was
right.
that baby that made the difference. And he had the nerve to give that baby that name. Well, now you're on one. Follow the
A
next
journey,
follow
right?
the next set of breadcrumbs.
You ain't lying. He sure is on the journey. Him and Serena. Mo Walker said we're expecting snow tomorrow here in
Yes, we are, Mo.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is
Oh
windy as all get out outside.
wow. Royer, Wendy looks happy. What are your thoughts?
Wendy looks happy. Wendy is getting her life back. Wendy is just doing what Wendy does best, letting the people know that even though I fall down, I get back up every single
Mm,
time. Every single time, and I come back better than ever. And
mm,
this is what Wendy's doing. Listen, Wendy had to shut down for a minute. We had to shut down. We had
mhm,
to get a reset. We had to let the people know I was acting crazy for a little minute. I was letting my husband cheat with this lady, and then he had a baby, and I paid the little money for a little while. But what did Wendy always tell us? She says she's a plotator. She plots and she plans and
mhm.
she gets it together. And so what did Wendy do? She quit that Wendy Williams show. She said, I don't need this. I'm good. She let Kevin go. We don't need you. Go on about your business.
Mm,
She told them financial people in February, stop it.
mm,
Cut it. Don't pay not another bill. Not another.
mm.
And so they went to court, and Wendy said, Your Honor, I don't have it. And you know what the honor said? I understand. Dismissed.
He did the Tasha. Wendy did the Tasha K. I ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
And the Oscar goes to Wendy Williams.
Period.
Give her an award, okay? Because she sure did. Before that, when they saw her on the street, she was looking crazy,
Crazy.
and homeless. One
Talking
shoe
crazy.
on, one shoe
Listen,
off.
this the
wig
first
tilted.
time Wendy done sounded the best since look. She was talking full sentences, making sense.
She recognized one of the paparazzi. She was like, I know you.
That part.
Hey, Royer, she was Kaze Sosa. She was Kaze Sosa, usual suspect. She couldn't walk right.
Yeah, she could. Kevin is
She
getting
couldn't walk.
back for real. For real. Is Wendy Williams' son speaking against his father? He's not going to, and I don't want to see that. I haven't heard it. I don't want to see that because it's always difficult when you have parents that split. It's really difficult for the child, and it's always better if the parents can get along. But I think Kevin Hunter used his son to manipulate his mom.
What was the last question, Diva?
Somebody said, is Wendy's son speaking against his father?
So I have seen some YouTube videos where he is saying that Kelvin, whatever his name is, manipulated Wendy. Yeah, manipulated Wendy in order to get all that they got going on. And so now the son is out here broken, penniless, just like the dad. And so,
he's feeling broken. He was used too. Just like Wendy was used, he was used.
Yeah.
The father definitely used him against his own mother, which is sad.
But little Kevin has to be just as confused if you think about it, because he's been in the middle of this whole situation with that other woman. She took him to Honduras to get treated, so he's been confused for quite a while.
You are correct.
Quite a while.
You are correct, and that's a good point because as a young child, so they was almost, we got to keep it 100 when we talk about that. No, H. Fisher, they are actually saying you are correct. They're saying you are correct. So forgive me for that. But for a while, they was acting like sister wives, so to speak. Okay, whether Wendy Williams wants to admit to it or not. So she, like many of us, although she was on her TV show, sometimes we see celebrities, but at the end of the day, it's their job, right? So just like we got a job, we got to show up. We got vacation time, we get breaks or whatever. She just was at a higher paying job than most people, right? So it was still a job. So when Kevin got into that situation where he needed rehab, Wendy couldn't take off. She needed to continue to work. So they went down there, Kevin Sr. and Serena and Kevin Jr. And Wendy initially went down there, but had to come back and finish working. And Serena was at that bedside with Kevin Jr., Kevin Sr. the whole time, while Kevin Jr. was in Honduras. So you are correct. He's always been confused. It was like, and he know after a while, he knew his mother was accepting the fact that his dad had this other relationship. And so now all of a sudden, why would you think your mother, after all of those years of accepting the other woman, now your mother said the gig is up, and you probably was confused too. Like, why now? Oh, because she had the baby? And
Yep.
so his whole world fell apart too as a result of this baby coming. Because like you said, Sin, prior to that, they was all one big whatever. They had some
Uh-huh.
agreement going on because
They
she
wanted to sell truffle. They brought
that
that
part,
baby in.
that part. And Serena's mansion was literally blocks away from where he held his household with Wendy Williams.
In
That's why he
Jersey.
talk all. That's why he barked the way he barks now because of what all he had going on for those 15 years. He thinks he's the man.
Yep.
He thinks he is the man, and he ran this. Besides the purple chair, dude, you did nothing but run deep. Okay.
And I'm gonna say this: Wendy
Yes.
Williams, she's an icon who was never treated as an icon by anyone. Okay, she barely got any awards. She's never gotten an Emmy. She's never gotten anything. She only got the People Choice. No, she got the Walk of Fame. That's the only thing she got. It's because she did not treat the people that she needed to treat well to get those awards. One of the awards she was nominated for, the Today Show got it. No, the Talk got it. I forgot what it's called, but it's on CBS. That's the show where Julie Chen Moonves was on. And I recall a clip where she said, "You know what? I didn't win it because I'm not sleeping with the owner of CBS, who is Les Moonves."
See, Sebastian, you trying to take
What's
this
your
straight off
point?
the track.
Uh-huh. What's
Point
your
That's
point,
why I
is,
said,
Sebastian?
come on, Sid,
What's
my
your
because
point,
point
she
is,
Sebastian?
we
that,
gotta let this woman won the People's Award. Okay, the people, the
You should have
people's.
started with that. Leave with that.
That's what she's won.
You gonna piss everybody off, then go there.
Piss him off. You better say it, Sid, because I was ready to go in. I was
I'm
like,
ready to come to the screen. And you know I love to hate Sebastian, and usually he gets it right, and I be mad. But today, no, no, bro.
She's won the People
I'm
Award.
57. Okay, spare
uh,
me.
listen, Sebastian, you trying to take this train off the track. I'm going to move it along to the next station because we're going
Thank
to
you.
talk about Teresa and Joe Giudice.
Oh,
Now, I
someone
don't
said in
want
the
Okay,
comments
Diva,
they're gonna
I'm
call
gonna
me.
jump off and let the Juice Radio come up because I don't know nothing about Teresa and don't care. Love you
no
guys.
problem. No
Oh,
problem. Sounds
bye,
good. Thanks
Sid.
for coming through. So, this is the brother and sister,
you mean,
oh,
no, that's not the brother.
that's the husband.
That's
That's the husband. I'm sorry. Let me get a picture of her and her brother. Hold on.
Gorga.
Where is he at? Where is
You
he
gotta type in Joe Gorga.
at? Okay, let me do Joe Gorga. Okay. Am I spelling it right?
Gorga.
Okay. So, but okay, there they are. That's what I meant to bring up, y'all. So, this brother and sister, it is so sad that they have this tumultuous relationship. I hate to see the breakdown on TV. So many people are asking me, am I going to cover the Real Housewives of New Jersey? And the reason why I'm not is because I just can't take all the bickering back and forth. I can't take them not getting along. Their parents are not here, and I feel like, come on, guys, do better. And the spouses, like she does, the spouses don't get along. Her new husband, I don't even want to go down that path about how I feel about this new husband because I got my own feelings about the new husband or whatever the case may be. But it's just too much. It's just too much. And I feel like I wish they would come to a meeting of the minds and just get along because they're all they got. They both have children. The children can't even be, in my opinion, proper cousins because of all of this nastiness and feuding that's going back and forth. It's deplorable. I don't like that this is happening on TV and being documented. Yes, somebody said it's really sad. It's very sad. And enough is enough already, right? And so, as Par said, but Diva, there are a lot of families that don't get along. That's reality.
That's
You know
true.
what? I won't disagree with you on that. But I am one to say this. I feel like family is everything. And I feel like, yeah, I feel the same way. Get over it, please. And that's tiring. Yes. I just feel like family is everything. And I feel like, to the best of your ability, I don't know. I feel like you should try to resolve your differences and get along. So
Mm.
I just feel that way. But Juice Radio, I think you had something you want
Hey,
to say. Hey, hey, nice to
down,
see
how y'all doing? I'm down here in the chats, put my comments in the chat. So I'm like, let me put my comments.
you.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm loving the red.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
I'm trying to be cute like Royer.
Ah!
Hey, Sebastian.
Hey, Juice.
How
How
you
are you?
doing? Hey,
I'm
Chef
good.
Kev.
Hey, how you doing?
I am wonderful. Thank you. Hey, Diva. I'm not leaving you out, Queen. Not leaving you out.
Oh, no, no, no. You good. You good. So,
I am.
hey.
Hey,
Talk to
listen.
us.
You know, I do watch the Housewives of Jersey, and I am kind of sad about they're still doing the same thing they did when Joe was there.
Yep.
When the husband was there. But what makes me even sadder about this whole thing is watching it lately. Teresa and her husband Luis, however you say his name, he's supposed to be trying to bring the families together, I think, as a husband, to bring them together. But to me, like I said in a comment, he seems to be adding fuel to the fire.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
I mean, you're supposed to be coming in as the man of the house, as the leader of the house, and in an Italian family, you know the rules about how family are supposed to bond and get together and get through things. But you're saying one thing to Teresa on the sofa, negative about your brother, about her brother, and then you sit at the table, you want to turn beet red and try and say all kind of nasty stuff to Joe around the guys with this last episode that aired.
I saw it.
Where is the unity? Where are you trying to make amends?
I would like to respond.
Okay,
Yes,
so
Sebastian.
hold on 1 second though. And Teresa changed husbands' names, but what's the difference?
Oh.
Okay, because the other Joe, all he did was fight with your brother too. All it was negativity. It was no togetherness. It is no one in this family that's saying like enough is enough. Like,
Right.
why are you doing that? And my thing is, she's embracing his family. She's getting along with his family.
So far.
So far, that's true. But you know what though? But why would he not, like you said, as the man of the house, say, you know what? We got to stop this.
Right.
We got to come together. Even if we come together and say we got to agree to disagree, but this is your brother, and your brother has children, and they are cousins. Imagine, I grew up close to my cousins. Imagine not being able to truly bond with your cousins because your parents are fighting.
Right.
Like, how do the cousins really get close? Because they all going to get together, and I'm going to defend my parents, and you're going to defend yours. And it's going to be messy. Now the cousins are going to be fighting. It's a hot mess. Shabazz, what are your thoughts?
I want to say this. First, Louis, it's Louis Dominican, Mexican, and American. I believe, yeah, that's his background. So in Latin America, when a man enters, well, it's not a man who enters a family, it's a family who enters the family of the man. So that's how it works. Teresa is not going to fall out with Louis' family because she knows they will put paws on her if they have to. She knows she's not good. She's not going to. She's not going to. They tamed her. Teresa's going to therapy now. She has corrected her anger issues. She is doing a lot. I am happy to see Teresa so happy and glowing. She is the queen of New Jersey. Anyone can say that. That show can't live without Teresa. And I'm gonna say this: what has Melissa and Joe brought to this show? The last thing I heard that they brought to this show was when he was shooting blanks when he ejaculated in a cup. He has not brought anything to the show. Had a false baby storyline thing, and we never heard
No,
of that god
Sebastian, let
again.
me bring you
I'm
back on
tired of
track.
this
Hold on. Wait,
nonsense.
Sebastian, let me bring you back on track. Let's talk a minute about the sister and brother relationship and the breakdown of that relationship.
Some relationships
Now,
need to be burnt.
Mel Brooks said Diva, Teresa, and Joe are following the footsteps of their dad. I do remember this. Their dad was estranged from his sister. It's sad, but somebody got to break the generational curse.
That's it. That's it.
Somebody got to break it. They never reconciled before his death. That's just craziness. Somebody got to break it. Who's going to break it? But she married a husband that's joining in with the shenanigans versus trying to break it. Continue, Sebastian, but come back on track.
My thing is there is no certain relationship, certain family stuff need to be cut. Okay? Some of them need to be cut. Some of it is too toxic. It's just too toxic. Joe is very, very involved in the women's business, like a Patricia, maybe. Um, Louis is getting married to Teresa. He's always going to stand by wherever Teresa is.
They're
And I
married.
don't blame him. Oh, they are married. Yeah, but we didn't see that yet. They are married. He is always going to stand with Teresa, and as he should. Because right now, Teresa's at her point in life where she does not give a F about anything anymore. All she wants to focus on is her family and obviously her new family, the Ruellas. And I don't know since when was Teresa entitled to invite Melissa's side of the family. I don't know when did that happen. It's not entitled. You don't have to invite your sister-in-law's parents and sisters and siblings to to your wedding. That it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You don't have to. You're not entitled to do that. I'm saying let Teresa live the way she wants to live. She has fought a lot to reach where she is. She's gone to jail because of a toxic man that goes by the name of Giudice, who's now deported and a convicted felon. Um, Let her live the way she wants to live. This is the first time. This is the first time we are seeing Teresa more happy. She has not been getting angry. She has not been throwing any grudges yet. Please let the woman live happily the way she wants to live. And Joe just needs to sit down and be quiet because I don't know. He's the one who didn't show up to the wedding last time I checked. He could have showed up. And Teresa has said, and her children, they all said how they're still friends with the cousins. They know that their parents always have beef and resolve it later on. So they're very cool. I'm saying this some relationships need to be burnt and cut. My mother is a victim of holding on to toxic relationships with some family members. They will drive you to the end of you. She has gotten very sick because of toxic family members. Thank God she's alive. But now she just blocks all of them and don't care. She's good.
Thank you, Sebastian, for your words. Okay. So it says Linda said she invited all the housewives to her wedding.
And
So
she
you
should.
you can't just extend a invite because you had thousands of people there anyway. You can't extend an invite to your sister-in-law's parents and her sisters. I mean, is it that serious if you're trying to mend relationships? Sometimes you do things for the greater good. Sebastian is trolling us. They said you're trolling us, Sebastian.
I don't troll. I speak facts.
It's Teresa, and it's always about Teresa. That part
Exactly.
right there.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, Black Swan. They only have each other. Yes, they only have each other.
Well, you know what? I want to say this, Steve. I want to say this about this. Like Sebastian said, yes, it's her new husband, it's a new marriage, and all of that. We have to understand newness only lasts for a certain amount of time.
Woo! Speak to the people.
I agree with you.
No. You know, it's not up for debate. It only lasts for a certain amount of time, and then what happens?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Right. What happens is when that newness starts to fade, that's when the realness is going to come out. And then when Teresa has now casted everybody out and that newness comes in and she's not able to handle it, she will not have an avenue to go to get the saving that she may need.
You
So
better talk
that's
up
why
in
you
here.
cannot allow people to cast all your family and friends away. And let me tell you, I'm not saying Louis is doing this. Let me just speak hypothetically. There are some marriages where people will come in and act as though they're the savior of that person and that they are trying to mend something when really in reality, there's a secret avenue that they're trying to do that's called separate and divide. And if people are not wise enough to look and see that that's happening, they will find themselves in a lonely corner with no exit. Teresa have to be careful about this guy coming in and how he's maneuvering, because to the world we may say, well, he's a nice guy, but if you look at some of the stuff that I picked up on when I watched these past few seasons with Louis in it, there is something there that Teresa is missing. And if she's not careful, it's going to smack her upside the head. And as it does that, it's going to have a domino effect to her children.
He's
Allegedly.
changed.
That's
He's
just what I'm saying.
changed.
Well, hold on. Amen and praise the Lord. Somebody passed the plate because we just got preached to this there, right there now. Come on now. I'm trying to tell you, you better catch the lesson. You better catch the lesson. Sebastian, sit up in your seat. Whatever you do, I sat up.
I sat up too. I sat up too. And I'm not saying I
It's
agree with
all in
everything
love.
she
It's
said.
all in love.
I agree with everything what you said.
Yeah.
I know that. That is the truth. But as I'm
Mhm.
saying is Louis is a changed man and we don't know. Only time tells.
Only
And
time tells.
only time tells and time heals all wounds. We never know.
It
Joe and
does.
Teresa might reunite after reunion and then, fall out again. It's a cycle. But we can't stop cycles.
But she's got to be able to understand and know that if that cushion needs to be there when she falls, to let her brother and Teresa be there. Even though they may not agree. Like, it's okay to disagree lovingly,
Yes.
but be there, because you never know. Listen, when Joe had to go to jail and Teresa had to be there, I know the daughter, said that, well, they weren't around, they were only there when cameras were rolling. That's her side. I don't know what the other side is, but I do know that there are times in people's lives when the family that they cast away is the family they need to reel back in, and sometimes the line will break and they can't bring them back.
Come
So
on
while the
now.
line is still tight,
Sometimes lines have to break.
no,
Sometimes
but
lines
not always. But if the line breaks, then you don't have no meal. So be careful with letting the line break. But sometimes you need to be able to reel that line in and bring them on board, because if you don't, then you're gonna fall and you're gonna get really hurt. So that's all. That's all I'm saying as far as a married woman perspective
Come on
who's
now.
been married for 20 years.
That
That's
part.
all I'm saying.
That
You got to
part.
be careful who you cast away and
That
then
part.
replace with something you call new, because all new things is shiny when they start, but they get to be dull if you don't make sure they keep polished in the right way.
Woo!
That's my thought.
Amen. I'm glad you came up. Star, you're in the building. What do you want
Hey,
to add to this conversation?
hey, Diva. Hey, everyone. I just
Hey.
wanted to piggyback off of, I can't see your name anymore, but the last young lady that was speaking. You
Yeah.
are speaking so many facts. And furthermore, I did hear Teresa's children, speaking bad about their uncle, but I'll say this. As much pain as their father caused, I think their father has been in their ear about their uncle, and that can change your perspective from
Mm,
what's really going on. Because
mm,
I've seen it happen in my family with, just certain things that the adults are talking about that the kids shouldn't even be privy to.
mm.
Yes.
So,
Well, they're
and
on a
then
reality show.
also, furthermore, with Teresa's new husband, I think it's kind of strange because, correct me if I'm wrong, they were not together long before they got married, right? Is that
Mm-mm.
correct? And so, to me, this changed man, to me, you were brought on this show pretty quickly. It's just like you said, the way that he's moving, to me, something about it just isn't right. It just isn't right. And I mean, we heard like the rumors of like his exes and all of that. Not to say that these people were fully truthful, but I think it's some truth to some of it. And like you said, it will come out. Like my mother said, what goes on in the dark comes to light. And baby, I don't know. He gives me weird vibes.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's all of what it's cracked up to be. But hopefully so.
We
Yeah.
Because I
want,
do like
want the best
Teresa.
for her. We definitely want the best for her,
Absolutely.
but we have to point out what we see, and we also have to say that you should never try anybody that wants that is helping promote the separation of your family. It's
Mm-mm.
not good.
Mm-mm.
It's not good.
Can
And
I say something, Diva?
yes, you can, Emmanuel. Give me 1 second. Just so everybody knows, y'all know I'm trying to do better with the techie stuff here, but y'all gonna bear with me. But I just want y'all to know the Juice Radio and Talk Show has a channel. Check out her channel on YouTube. Okay, we don't heard a word tonight. Over there, subscribe, like, watch some videos. But she has a channel, okay? And you know my buddy here, my co-pilot. Help me keep the train on track, okay? Roy Ayers World, you know he has a channel. Go over there, like, subscribe, check it out, okay? Without the panel here, this is what makes the show happen, people. Okay, they talking. I'm sitting here getting educated, sitting up in my seat. Okay? Now, Emmanuel, what you got to say?
Okay, I just wanted to say real quickly. Louis loves Teresa. Okay?
Okay.
This man is under no obligation to come into this marriage as a newlywed and try and fix some family trauma or some family conflict. That is
Amen.
not his lane, and he doesn't need to be worrying about that. I like that last night in the episode, he told everybody, you know what? Teresa is the one that chooses who she invites, and that's it. He doesn't owe anybody an explanation. I didn't like the way they treated him. And another thing is that y'all are saying that like, oh, he's like adding fuel to the fire. He
Yeah.
loves Teresa. He has seen how these people have hurt her. Why would he want the woman that he loves to be around that negativity? I'm not saying Teresa is perfect. She's not. She has done a lot of bad things, but Melissa and Joe are the problem.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
you
you.
know what? Yeah, I can understand what he's saying as far as he may say that it's not Louis' responsibility. But Louis, when he married Teresa, he married into a family.
No, she married into a family.
He
They
did
both
too, though.
married into
They
a
both
family.
made into a
They both
family.
married.
Mm-hmm,
And
Let's
mm-hmm.
just be let's speak
you
true.
cannot walk into a family. You
Right.
cannot walk into a marriage and want to disown or not like. I
It's
just
not
feel
one
like
sided.
if you genuinely love me and you genuinely care about me, you're gonna make sure you're gonna do your best to make sure that I'm in right standings with the people who I need to be in right standings.
Right.
And need to be in right standings is my family, my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad. Now, I don't watch Jersey, but from what I understand, Teresa and her brother don't have parents anymore. So all they got is themselves. Now,
Mhm.
let's just say that this Louis, he ups and goes crazy and chooses to just do whatever to Teresa, take everything for what she got. Then where
Well, he
does
has more
Teresa
money than
turn?
her.
Hold up. He takes her for everything she got. Then where does Teresa turn?
With her no prenup.
Well, he has more money than her. He has more money than her.
Okay, that ain't never
Yeah,
stopped
he's not gonna
nobody else
do
from
that.
taking more money. Look at what
He's
does
not
that
gonna do
mean?
that. But the thing
He's not
is,
gonna do
there's
that,
been
Emmanuel. But how would you know? How do we ever know?
he's
He
not
has
gonna
more
do
money than
that.
her.
Yeah, and he
So
really loves
Emmanuel
her.
and
Okay,
Sebastian,
he
y'all would marry someone who doesn't support you loving your mother or loving your father or loving your
That's
no
not
no
the
brother.
no
thing.
no you're
No,
no
no.
you're mixing it up. This isn't about mom and dad or whatever. Like you
It's the
said, you're
same thing. Brother and
no,
sister,
it's
what's
not.
the
No.
difference?
This
This is
man
about
has been on a campaign to destroy Teresa and her reputation. To go, he I don't know if you know this. He went on a podcast and said that if it wasn't for him and his wife Melissa, Teresa's kids wouldn't have food to eat. Who says that? And you want them to be cool with each other after saying that? Teresa can't go into it giving 100%, and
But
they only give him 15.
I
Well,
love
what
how
Joe
y'all
said
try to
when
make
Joe said
Teresa
that
think like
that
that she's so
comment,
innocent, as if Teresa hasn't done things
Right.
to her sister-in-law and to her brother.
No,
Like,
but you don't know. You know that's a boundary you don't cross.
Okay, so
You don't
hold
cross
hold on
that
one second,
boundary.
guys. Hold on one second, guys, because I want to hear everybody. Hold on one second, guys. My apartment is said. Mark said the same thing. Mark Daly said the same thing to Kenya. I would.
Ooh.
Mark Daly said I would never take Kenya's money. I wouldn't do that
Mm.
to her.
Well, he was poorer than Kenya.
Hold on. I started from zero, and if I have to leave here, I could start over again. Now she's still not divorced because he's holding up, writing that, signing that paper. Why? Because he wants some money.
Ooh.
You never know what people are going to do. When it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad. And you put precautions in place.
Right.
So if it goes bad, you don't get left out on the side of the road begging for bread and looking for a blanket in the sheet and somewhere to sleep. Okay? So
Well, listen.
y'all trust in Louis, but you gotta look at his track record. And I do agree, people can change.
Yes.
You gotta look at his track record. His track record and the last chick he was with is not that good.
Oh,
His last wife or his last girlfriend? Because his
Either
last
one.
wife
Either one.
his last wife have been saying good things about him. His last wife has been actually commending their relationship. His last wife
Now
have been
why?
saying
Because she want to be on TV.
no, that's the ex-girlfriend that was disrespecting.
No,
and
but
calling
before
all these
that,
different
the
names.
ex-wife wasn't saying all of that initially. She was not. Check the records. So now she's saying it why. She's saying it why? Because maybe she wants to have a chance to get up on TV and help him, build up his reputation, so to speak. She
y'all
wasn't
better be
saying that
careful.
initially.
What happened to Fantasia?
And listen
Yes.
to this. They are building a great relationship, and he has caused Teresa to rekindle her relationship with Jacqueline Loretta. Teresa is actually a good spokeswoman for the Autism Foundation because Louis' son has autism, and she's doing a great job. I'm just happy to see Teresa be so happy again. And if that means she has to cut off the negativity of Melissa and Joe, well, then too bad. They could go.
But Teresa has to also
trash.
see her own wrong in this, you guys.
hello.
That is
Hello.
true.
He has
And
apologized.
that's why
He
last
has
night
recognized her
she
wrong.
offered Melissa. She was like, "You want to be a bridesmaid? Just be a bridesmaid." But Melissa's pride was like, "No, and I'm never going to talk about it again," which is a lie because we know
You
that
know
for
what?
the entire season she's going to keep talking about it.
I was happy that Teresa said no. You know why? Because the way things go with Joe and Teresa and the husband and Melissa is this: if Melissa would have said yes, I'll be your bridesmaid, something would have transpired between now and that wedding date that Melissa would have been told, I no longer want you in my wedding. Melissa did the right move by saying, no, that's all right. I'm good where I am. Melissa saw down the road.
Yes, she did.
She was not going to take that and say, let me go ahead and have you set me up.
That part. So you could clown me on TV. And
Just like they set her
No.
up so she could be on TV. Just like they lied and said that she didn't know that she was going to be on the show.
Yeah,
Teresa?
and Carlos King.
Teresa never
said
wanted
that.
them on the show because she knew this is what's going to happen. Teresa has
Mhm.
said that's why
No,
she never
I
wanted
think
them.
Teresa
Ask
didn't,
Sebastian
I think Teresa didn't want them on the show because Teresa. I think Teresa didn't want them on the show because Teresa knew that they would have a fan base and that people would really like them.
No one likes them. No one
I
likes
like
them.
them. And let me tell you, even if Teresa wasn't on the show, I would still watch. I would still watch.
I would.
But I am for family getting back together. I am for family having love for one another. I am for all of that. And all of this mess about them not having a relationship and a friendship and you saying they did this and this one did that for me and that. Listen, what comes down to it is they're still brother and sister. Find a way to work it out.
that part.
Yeah.
Or
I
at
just
least
have
be
something
Hold
cordial.
on, everybody. 1 second. I'm gonna let you in. Chi-Town, the ex-wife is speaking on that now because she's finally receiving that child support that he was passed through on. Check that.
Yeah, and I have something
Not
to
just
add to
all
that.
like happy about him, whatever. He had a shaky past.
Yeah.
And
The
all
past
I'm
is
saying is he had a track record. And just like he wants people to forgive him, just like he wants to say, I turned over a new leaf, how could you not? How could you not look at somebody else and say, let's try to forgive them? If you want forgiveness, you got to be willing to forgive.
And
Yes.
that's how I know that this
Mm.
relationship is bad, because he ain't willing to accept his wrongdoing, and neither is Teresa. She just running around still thinking that she is the queen of all, and she ain't done no wrong or nothing.
She is the
Right.
queen.
She is the queen of New
Okay,
Jersey,
but
though.
Y'all
okay,
can't.
she
Y'all,
could be the queen, but at what point do you accept responsibility for the
she
choices
has
that
She
you make?
responsibility.
has, Royer.
She
She has,
has.
and she has tried to talk to
Where?
her brother.
She
Where
has.
has she
She
ever?
has.
Has she ever? Because I haven't heard it. Has she ever acknowledged the fact of Joe being so hurt from the pain that the other Joe caused against her parents? I've never heard her acknowledge that.
No. The other Joe didn't cause hurt to her parents.
How?
Because
Yeah, I
Joe
don't think he
Gorga's the one
did.
who took a mortgage on his parents'
No,
home,
no, no,
and
no,
that's what
no,
caused hurt to the parents. It was not Joe
no.
Giudice's fault that. No,
When he caused that trouble with her having to go to prison, you do not think that that caused some stress on her parents?
Yeah.
it did. Obviously, it does. But taking out the mortgage on them did too.
Okay, two things can be true, but which one do you think caused more pain? They had to see their daughter go to prison.
Yeah.
We have to be like real about this.
Right.
And I've yet to see Teresa like acknowledge that. Like I remember, I think it was last season when he got up and he was screaming like Joe, he just went into a rant. Like your husband caused all of this pain against my parents. And what did Teresa do? She sat there with that dumb look that she has and was it's like Teresa, in that moment, go hug your brother, go say something. Do something. She
Right.
did nothing.
Yeah.
They're
That
And
both
at the
was
end,
between Gia and him. That was between Gia and him because Gia has been saying how like he's been disrespecting her father on social media multiple times, which is true. Which is true.
Well,
I
Sebastian,
do think they all need to get off social media a little bit from some of this personal stuff.
They
I
need
do
to all
think
get
they,
off this TV. They need to
yeah.
get off this TV and get some real help,
Well, the thing
because
is, Melissa and Joe were never supposed to be on the TV. I'm going to tell you this: the
okay, but
day Teresa leaves Jersey is the day Andy's going to fire Melissa and Joe because they're not going to have anything
No,
on the show.
This
no,
might be their
Sebastian.
last season.
No, Andy is not going to fire Joe and Melissa, because remember last season when Joe left the stage and said, I quit, and Andy went back there and said, no, I need you on the show. Andy refused to let Joe quit. So no,
Teresa
Andy is
said
not
she's
going to fire
leaving.
him. No.
Teresa's going to
see,
leave.
so Sebastian, let me just add this really quickly. And you Emmanuel, y'all really connected to Teresa, and
Yes,
I'm
we
not
are.
mad at you, but let me
No,
just say
we're not.
this. Let me say this to you, Sebastian. Sometimes people think they the star, but what they don't understand is they're rising to the top because of their interaction with the other castmates. And if the other castmates go, then what do they have? Okay. So Teresa is breathing and rising to the top because she has her brother and sister-in-law on there, and they keep pumping out this feud. But if you remove them, then what will Teresa do? Y'all gonna sit there and watch her and Louie and the parents come over cooking spaghetti and having barbecues? You're not, because guess what? Nobody did it with Kim Zolciak and Croy.
correct.
Wasn't watching. Okay, they didn't watch it. Claim they want this family stuff, but guess what? Kim and Corey had their little family over there with the 10 kids, the dog, the cook, the chef, the gardener, and nobody watched.
Teresa was a star on the show
She
before
even not the
they were even
garden.
on. Before they were
Yeah.
even on, Teresa was a star on this show before Joe and
Okay, so Sebastian and Emmanuel are going to watch, but we still love y'all.
That part.
No, but you know what?
That's
Let me just
Yes,
say
Emmanuel.
one final thing.
Yes, you can.
Teresa is a star because the network has given her star status validity, because what other housewife in any franchise would have the power to have production stop and wait for her to return from prison? I don't know if you catch this, but a couple weeks ago, Teresa posted a long list of everything she's done on the show. She's gotten married on the show. She's had kids on the show. She's gotten divorced on the show. Her parents have passed on the show. She has real storylines as in comparison to these other two people, Joe and Melissa. When Teresa did that table flip, the iconic thing that everyone remembers, Melissa wasn't there.
Speak it, Emmanuel.
Go ahead and give him this one amen, Sebastian. But listen.
Oh no, you did not just shade Emmanuel the way you did. Oh no.
I still love you. Listen, everybody has their storyline, and what Emmanuel just said with the line of what Teresa has gone through. There are many housewives on these shows that have gone through the exact same thing, and some of them are no longer on the show. Nene Leakes.
Mm.
Okay, so because they are star now, sometimes they become a fallen star later.
Mm.
Well, the thing is, Nene
Mm.
decided to put her hands on production.
Mm.
Teresa has never lifted a finger on production. And
Oh
actually,
Child.
people have
no.
said fans have met Teresa. I know people who have actually
Oh
met
my
Teresa in Jersey
goodness.
before. Teresa's the nicest housewife you could probably ever meet to the
Oh
general
no,
public.
no. I'm gonna have to.
Wait,
I'm
Oh
gonna
wait,
have to,
no.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I'm gonna have to
they
disagree.
Emmanuel, they said you left the haters gagging.
Yes, she did.
Look,
Yes,
Listen,
she
the
did.
funny thing is, I'm not even a Teresa fan. That's the funny thing about it.
Who do
But
you like?
we
I like
okay, you
Dolores.
know what, Keisha? Thank you. Hold on. I gotta get Train back on track here. Thank you, girlfriend. We're gonna move away from this. I didn't even think this was gonna be a situation. Okay, I thought it was gonna be clear cut and dry. You know,
I knew it was gonna be something. That's why I said I'm popping on. They talking about Teresa. I'm
you
finna pop
popped
on.
on. You popped on. I thought it was gonna be brotherly and sisterly love, and that y'all was gonna connect with us and get it. But you know what? You're
Listen,
not
I'm in a
connecting.
very similar
Some tracks
situation as
are
well.
missing on some tracks are missing. Okay, y'all not connecting.
But you know, I still love everybody. I still love you, Sebastian, and love you, Emmanuel, and of course, love everybody else. It's just all
Yeah,
love.
yeah. This is just healthy banter, you know.
This is
Having good
healthy
time.
Sebastian,
banter.
what was you trying to say, Sebastian?
I'm saying I've been in a very similar situation, and I've noticed that once I have cut said person out of my life, a
Yes, I
sibling as
understand that.
well, my life has improved. I have not gotten migraines. I have not. I've been feeling very well, and I'm just saying this. I've had my anger issues at a certain point in my life, and they've all been erased ever since I cut a sibling out of my life, and that's why I'm saying certain times you have to. Certain times you can't have certain relationships with certain people. You just can't. They're too toxic for one another.
I get that,
Yeah,
Sebastian.
we gonna let you live, Sebastian. But we just want to thank you, Derby Diva Empowerment. We just want to remind you, Teresa attacked Andy Cohen. Do you remember when that happened?
I remember when
Boom,
that happened, and he still
boom,
allowed her to be on.
boom. But we just trying to let you know that because you act like Teresa is so innocent. Okay,
She did, but Andy
so
was trying to hold her down. What did you want her to? What did you want her to
we
respond?
gonna a team nobody we got. We gonna move on, okay? Yes, come on, somebody help me out. The missing on train rails, okay? If you find them, please return them. I'm trying to tell you, they
Thank
missing.
you. Yet,
Sebastian
yet.
got him.
Missing, okay? Cause of Sebastian. We're gonna close this thing out. You know, is with this message right here. You know, it's always extremely sad when we always struggle when someone has to leave us, right? But it's also very disheartening when someone leaves us early because of the hands of someone else unaliving them. We got to watch our words on YouTube, right? So unaliving them. And I will say, Nipsey Hussle's situation was very sad. This guy was Resident Evil. Not only did he unalive him, but they saw the video and said after he did what he did, the way he took, his life, he went and stomped on this man's head. Yeah, he stomped on his head. Yeah, he stomped on his head. So, and they saw it in the video. But you know what? Justice was served. This man is doing 60 years to life. Yes, we'll never see the light of day. Okay. We'll never see the light of day again. 60 years to life. That's
Wow.
him. Just
Wow.
evil. Just
Wow.
evil. Like what was your point? Okay. Name is Eric Holder. Okay, was found guilty of first degree last year, more than 3 years after fatally, doing what to Nipsey Hussle. Okay, they found him guilty in 2019. 33 years old. What a waste of a life. 33 years old. Okay.
Wow.
And he's doing 60 years there. That's it. And it's done. And even though I'm sure that the family, it's like a bittersweet moment because the real thing is you would much rather have your family members still here. But at the very least, this person is going to pay and has the rest of his life to sit in that jail and rot and think about this senseless crime that he committed. Someone's son is not here. someone's father's not here, someone's brother, sister, a
Yeah.
cousin, not here, gone. And for what? And so this is also why people struggle once they kind of make it out of certain neighborhoods,
Right.
go back. Do you know what I mean? And to still do things within the neighborhood and in the community, because you sometimes have these people that are jealous of you.
Mhm.
And this was sad. He had a business. He had a business right in the smack of the hood, so to speak.
Mhm.
He was keeping his money there. He was hiring people, within the community. He was
Mm.
doing more than his due diligence. But now I used to never understand when they would say people, oh, you didn't look back, you didn't go back. But now I understand why. Because some people wild out, you can't go back, you can't help them.
Yeah.
I
So
start at the bottom and I work my way up. Final words, Chef Cat. What are your thoughts on this?
Wow. He got everything he deserved, as far as I'm concerned. He took a pillar of the community out of the community.
Yeah.
A person who gave back, a person. It was sad because I think it was early last year they showed the shopping center that he had reconstructed. It looks like a hot mess, and he
Mhm.
bought each place, building by building, and he had an office there. But it just shows you that you know you can't, people. What happens is people can give back as far as financial, get reach back, get some money and stuff like that. But who's going to move them? You know what I mean? And this is why, as black people, we don't have a community. Because the minute people get out, people get the money to get out. You know what I mean?
You
So
sounded far
it,
away, Chef Kev. I
you're
can't
right
really
too
hear
about what
you.
you're doing. I had some other thoughts about some things that went on there, but I'm gonna leave it
Chef
alone.
Kev,
It's what we deserve,
I
as I
can't
said,
hear him. Can anybody else really hear him?
He went
No.
low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can't hear him.
I mute him. I'm sorry. I feel bad, but I can't hear him. Gail Fran said, do you all remember how MC Hammer was trying to help his community and went broke?
Yeah.
Went broke, trying to do right by everybody. Had all of those dances. If you ever saw his story, he had all of those dances because it was all people from the community. And then when he went broke, nobody was there to give him a nickel or a dime. Juice Radio, your final thoughts?
This is so sad that this happened to Nipsey. It's also sad that it happened by the hands of someone that looked like Nipsey.
Mm.
The other part that I am so saddened about is, like you said, Diva, Nipsey was there trying to build that community. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so sad that people that look like us would take our lives as though we're not here trying to do the same thing. When are we as a people going to start building these communities? And how can we build a community together if we can't even live in the community together?
That
Come
part.
on now.
That
It,
part.
it's so sad, but we can change if we will stop trying to have this jealousy about one another.
Mm.
Nipsey didn't leave the hood. He stayed there. His career led him to go beyond the hood, but the hood was still his heart.
Yes.
Amen.
And so that's why he was still trying to build that community to make it something better. But
Mm-hmm.
there's so many people that want to get out of the hood, but they still have this knowledge of thinking that, hey, I'm going to just steal and take from this person and take from that person and so forth. When all you got to do is get together and start building brick by brick.
Mm-hmm.
Brick by brick, build, and y'all would be able to make, changes. I get so upset when we feel as though the hood was not one time a beautiful place. If you look at every hood that exists, at one time, in that time that place was there, the place was beautiful. You even look at Cuba. People say Cuba is a terrible place. Cuba in one time was the best place that all the people go to travel to.
Yes, it was.
It was one of the most beautiful places. Everybody wanted to go to Cuba. Some of these places that are here in what we call hood mentality, we could build them back and they will become beautiful places if we would stop having the jealousy mentality and understand he had it, you can get it too, but you don't have to take his life to get it.
or take it from him to get it.
No, or taken from him. No, we don't have to do that.
These people now are on motorcycles in the city, driving by on a motorcycle and literally snatching people earbuds out of their ear. Like,
why don't they still sell them at the store? Aren't they still marketing them? You could get them on Amazon for a good price.
that
Come
part.
on, man. I'm sorry, Diva. Go ahead.
No, you're right. That part. Star, what are your final thoughts on this situation?
Oh, Diva, I did not know you were going to have this topic, but let me just tell you guys this. Nipsey is one of my favorite
Mhm.
from the beginning. Day one fan. Um, wow. Just a great man, a phenomenal man. He went through every struggle, every emotion to get to where he was, and to see his life taken the way it was just so tragic. The marathon continues. I'm so happy. I really don't think justice was done to me for him to even have the option of a minimum of 60. It's
Mhm.
crazy to me. I was expecting him to just get flat out life. Um, I, I don't know. So for me, I don't think justice was really served.
Mhm.
I'm gonna continue to pray for him, his family, his mother, and I just hope and pray that his legacy continues on.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
marathon continues. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you know what? You're right. It's very emotional, and I don't want to throw us far off the track, but I want to say this. My girlfriend said to me something the other day that was so powerful. She said to me, with this last with Tyree Nichols, she said, "Why isn't everybody outraged like they was with Floyd, with George Floyd?" And she said, "You want to know why? Because his own person took his life." And it's like one of those things that, oh, okay, whatever. His own brother took his life. Very outraged with George Floyd, and I'm not trying to take anything away from that. But with Tyree Nichols, we heard about it, and now we don't hear about it. With Shanquilla, we heard about it, now we don't hear about it.
Amen.
Is when we take our own, it's like this savageness that is okay and it's expected, but if somebody else do it, we're outraged.
Outrage.
Out
Mark.
marching.
Mm-hmm.
Where is
Rioting.
the outrage with Tyree?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm, mm.
It's very sad.
Facts,
Sebastian.
Diva. Facts. Facts.
I want to say this. This
Yeah.
is why I know I'm going to get dragged in the comments, but it's okay. I have to misbehave once in a
Mhm.
while. Our own community is practically a danger to itself. As harsh as this
It's
sounds,
true.
we are more dangerous to ourselves than we are to others. I had to get that off my chest. We out
Mm-hmm.
here King, unaliving our
Mm-hmm.
children, unaliving Nipsey Hussle, the son of immigrants to this country who came with nothing and worked hard, and he did not have to help his community because due
He
to the fact
didn't.
because of him being the son of immigrants, he could have went back to his parents' community, but he decided to help his community. I'm saying this, I condemn all forms of violence, but you know what? Today is the day where my views on this Kayer is that he deserves death. I
Yeah.
support the death penalty in this situation. I said what I said. You can move on to the next person, Diva.
Well, let me just say this. We can have a whole nother conversation about
Yeah.
that. The reason why I'm against that particular penalty is because a lot of times the people who end up getting sentenced with that, um, it's
Are wrongly,
questionable.
yes.
It's questionable whether those people actually even deserved it or did it.
That's
It's
true.
never,
Yeah.
justice isn't fair. And I feel, I don't know if this is going to happen with this particular guy, but I feel, you know what, live the rest of your life in misery and have to wake up every single day thinking about what you did and why you're there. That's the way I feel. Okay. But that's me. Before I come to you, Roya, because you're gonna close us out. Hey, lovable Lisa. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. She got to come off of mute. How you doing?
Okay, I'm here. Hi, Diva. Don't
Hey,
whip me. Don't get your belt. Don't get your belt out on me. Get your belt or your switch out on me.
I'm
Okay,
not.
because I've
I'm
been
not.
watching.
I'm not.
I've been watching it. I've been watching it. You come on at other people's
I
come
no,
on,
listen,
and I be
Lisa, you listen, Lisa. I'm cool. You can say over here. I come on at the same time as your favorite good boy.
Oh, damn. That was
Oh
personal.
man.
and you choose good boy. Wait, she's
Oh,
not arguing with her.
Ah,
oh.
You know I love good boy. I was playing with you.
yeah.
Lisa told me before. She told me before that I come on the same time as good boy,
That's
and
a
I'm
boy,
like, I
yeah.
know you choose him over me, but she always told me that she watches
Lisa,
my
come back.
replay. She always told me she watches my replay and she comes and gives the like. So I was messing with her. It might have
Come
been
back,
her, but she's
Lisa.
coming back. She's coming back. It might have been her internet. Her internet sometimes act up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's bring her. I think she's trying to come back in. There she is. Hey, so Lisa, I already know. I come on the same time as your favorite, honey. Okay, so you
Yeah,
got to
but
buy
you know I love you too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta. I'm from Slim, but I do push the like button. I go
I
back
know
and I
you do.
see it. I go back and I push the like button because
I know
I
you
want
do.
everybody to get. You know what I'm saying? So I support you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I know
Because
you
you
do.
always supporting me. And
Yeah.
I forget. I'm just not coming in because I was trying to do two things. I kind of watch Married at First Sight and trying to be on the lean and trying to do everything else. And I called it. I said, let me go up and say hello, my girl. So what you talking about tonight, baby?
Well, we about to close out. The train ride is almost over. We about to pull into the last stop. And so at the last stop, all we said is that, the person who did what they did to Nipsey Hussle is going to spend at least 60 years to life in jail. So he's 33. So he's never going to see the light of day. So
No,
your thoughts?
no, you know what I'm saying? At least justice been surrendered. At least justice, he got justice. Nipsey Hussle can rest. Nipsey Hussle family can rest. He is going to prison. He's not going to get out and do it to somebody else.
Yes.
So I'm resting on that, and that is my peace with that. And may God continue to bless Nipsey Hussle family, and may they be prosperous, into the future. And this the closest chapter right here. They'll get justice for their family member. So it's time to move forward. I know you hate to move forward without him, because if it happened to my family, believe we would all be devastated. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put a positive spin on it, and
Yeah.
we're gonna move forward to the future, and that's what we need to do. And
Yeah,
that's the way we got
you
to
know what
look at. I mean, that's
you
something.
came through.
That's something
You
way we
came
can
through
look
with a
at
good
it, Diva.
you came through with a good word, because you know what, at some point we do have to just move on. And our
Yeah.
family member, I do believe this, I believe our family member will want us to. They
Yeah.
Mhm.
wouldn't want us to stay in grief and in sadness. They got their due justice, and I think they should have to, take their piece and move on. And I
Mhm.
also believe that, at some point we will all see each other again. That's just my belief. But
Yeah.
anyway, so Roya, what are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts, thank goodness that justice was served. It may not been the justice that we want, but we thank goodness that justice was served, because we still have so many others out here who lost their lives unnecessary, who justice has still not been served on
That
their behalf, aka Shanquilla Robinson. We are 3 months and 7 days into 4 months of her being no longer here, and we have
Hmm.
yet to see anything still done from a legal standpoint. So I just thank goodness that at least something was done in this case. I dislike that it was, one of our own taking out one of our own, but he is now going to be accountable for the decision that he made, and he will now sit up every day for 60 years and going forward and thinking about the decision that he has made. And then I want to kind of tie this in to Teresa and her brother. This is why it is so important that they get their
mm,
relationship
Oh
together,
God.
because people are so crazy out here. And you can old guy Sebastian, but people are so crazy. It takes one pow pow to hit the wrong person, and that's it. You don't have your brother no more. You don't have your sister no more. Your parents are no longer here. So now what? So there is some accountability that her brother and herself need to hold for themselves first, and then come
That's
together
true.
on a meeting and hold each other accountable for the things that they have done to hurt one another. And that is the
That's
only
true.
way that they will be able to move forward in peace and in harmony. And I hope that her new husband, can come around and bring some peace and harmony into the relationship, because that's what's needed in this world right now, because there's just so much going on, so many people losing their lives left and right, and once they're gone, you don't get another opportunity to say the missed things that you didn't get to say. So I'm going to leave it at there.
100%.
That is too. Can I pick a packet off there right quick? I'm gonna tell you something. My mentor, she lost both her brothers and sisters back to back. I was
Wow.
not close to my sister. I'm not close to neither one of my sisters. I have two sisters living. My brother died back in 2009, 2018, and he came from a sudden because he died on his birthday. It came out of nowhere, and we lost him. And I was talking like, man, I got my two sisters here. But once my mentor lost her family back to back, I said, oh my goodness, Lisa, what are you doing? You need to get close to your sisters. And I got close
Mm.
to the one. I started texting and calling my sisters every Sunday. I talk to one. When I go home, I live at her house. We have sit down. We have talked, and sometimes she laughs at me. She said, "Girl, you are crazy." You know what I'm saying? So I understand that dynamic, and you are definitely right. They need to get it together, and they need to. But matter of fact, I tell you this, Bravo, Andy, let's fire both of them, Teresa and Melissa.
Mm,
There you go. That'll
mm,
fix
Let's fire
all of this
both of
mess.
them.
come on. See,
Cause
Lisa, you came
I'm
through,
sick of it.
Lisa. You came through,
I'm
Lisa,
sick
with
of
a
it.
word. You came through with a word. Listen, thanks for stopping by. You know I love you. You can come through anytime.
We
Listen,
love you, Lisa.
the
I
train
love you.
was
I'm
like,
gonna let
oh,
you go.
it was
I'm gonna let you
delayed.
go.
I miss you too. Listen, the train was delayed, but you know what? It was a good delay because we got a lot of good words. I want to say something. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. Juice Radio, but we are doing the love, laughter, inspiration tour, right? Am I right up there, here? Okay. And we are, I believe we're making a stop at your channel, right? Are we?
On mine,
Yeah.
I will put you on there. Tell me a date.
Oh no, you
It-
tell
it-
us the date. We're gonna tour over to you like we did with Naughty Love.
well, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll get together and I'll inbox you guys and you let me know what date's available. I will make that happen. Absolutely.
So we added to our tour, guys. We will be at the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Okay. So
Yeah.
don't forget, guys. The Juice Radio and Talk Show has a channel on YouTube. Go over there, subscribe and like. And you know Roy's World, okay? You know we do our book club and stuff together. Oh, I had the book over here. We'll tell y'all the next book soon, okay? But go over to his channel too, like and subscribe. Listen, when great minds come together, we have amazing conversations.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Tonight was a
Amen.
good.
Amen.
Amen. Come on, Lisa. All right now. We have amazing conversations, and it's always good to hear different sides and different perspectives. You know, I like to mess with Sebastian, but I will say this. There are some relationships that are so toxic to save yourself, because you got to save yourself first.
Exactly.
You got to cut them off. But
Yes.
what we are also saying is that, right, when it's family, don't be so quick to cut them off.
I
You
agree. I
all need
agree.
forgiveness, grace, mercy. And sometimes the thing that you are fighting about, it really is not that serious. And the
Right.
hardest thing, you don't want regrets.
Mm-mm.
You don't want regrets. And when the person's gone, there ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do and say and try to forgive about, right?
Mm-mm.
So just
Mm-mm.
try your
Yep.
best, everybody. And you know, I always try my best to let it go and to forgive. And
Right.
you know what I also do? I don't try to carry that thing within me more than 24 hours. You ain't got to forgive me, but I'll go ahead and forgive you and move
Me
on.
too. I
But
agree.
what we gotta understand is too, Just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you have to welcome them back into your life the same
Thank you.
exact way.
That is true.
You don't. I don't have to have dinner with you no more. You don't have to come to my house and eat my chicken and whatever else and drink my water. But I did forgive you.
I
But
forgive you. And when it comes down to the most important things, when it's emergencies, when it's life and death situations, I
Okay.
expect you to be there for me just like I'm there for you.
that
Period.
part.
And
And
that's what took me a long time to realize. It took me a long time for me to realize. So I know my sister is in Memphis. It took me a long time to realize that something happened. I would know she'd be riding down with my daughter to come down here and something happened to me. It took me a long time to realize that. And this is like the way we was raised. It's a lot of kind of animosity about it. But I'm trying like to move on from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the bigger person. Like I'm gonna tell you, my family went to Vegas without me. All the girls in the family went to Vegas. My daughter, my niece Law, my cousin, and all of them went to Vegas without me. But I remember what my girlfriend used to say, Lisa, you can be disappointed, you can be mad, but that's pray that you pray for that gift to get away from you, and you pray that they have a good time and they make it back home safely. I remember my girlfriend used to tell me that all the time, and
And
I was
she's a
trying to be up
girlfriend.
on that level.
She's a good girlfriend because she gave you good advice.
Yes.
So you don't
Yeah,
hold
you
on
know
to
what I'm
that
saying?
part.
She passed on. That's
Oh,
the girl, Diva, that's the girl I was telling you had passed on from cancer.
oh,
I remember
sorry.
when she was living. I remember when she was living. She was telling me a lot of stuff, and she used to tell me that all the time. But I want to tell y'all, it's worth fighting. Your family's worth fighting for.
That
Your
part.
family's worth fighting for. I don't care if it care. You may think that at time right now that y'all going through something, it's a little pettiness, little petty stuff. We
That
can
part.
move past it.
Yes. So we're closing out. Thank you everybody for coming through. And also I want to add, hey Curves, nice to see you in the chat. I want to add that on March the 11th, we taking this tour over the Curves channel. We'll give you more details later, but we're determined to do our YouTube tour. And when we close our tour out, we're going to have a major party, okay? It's going to be fun.
All right now.
All right now,
Sure.
we're gonna jam. We're gonna jam when we close this YouTube tour out, okay? And you know when we close it out, all of the people that we went on tour with, they will be on the show. We're gonna see y'all later, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for buying the ticket. See you next time. Bye.
Subscribe and share. Share, share, share.
Thank you, Roy.